If you're a friend of everybody, you're enemy to yourself.
Yes. So I'm glad we got real. I needed this. This is therapy.
This quote credited to Mike Tyson is one that made me realize I needed to do this quick podcast. If you think about it, when you look around society, probably you yourself listening to me right now, you might be one of those people that's guilty of thinking that you don't need to actually walk away from people, walk away from relationships. Indeed, there are some people who argue that you don't need to burn bridges, that you should try and stay on the good side of everybody, blah blah blah. I'll tell you this: there are spiritual truths that every single one of us must acknowledge in our lives if we want to make the most of our God-given potential. And one of those truths is the fact that there will be need for you to cut off from some people if you want to grow to the next level of your potential in terms of the ability that the Creator has given you to manifest the greatness He has blessed you with. So you will find out that you will outgrow some people. There are people who, for instance, the minute you begin to do better than they were doing because you were all on the same level before, maybe you're all struggling together, lived in the same home together, the same house, and all had to struggle to eat meals from the same pot. And then at some point you began to work on yourself and began to grow. These people will begin to feel threatened by your progress, not because you choose not to share with them what you're doing, but because they're actually envious of you and do not want to put in the kind of effort you're putting in. And so they want everybody to stay the same. They do they adopt what is called the PhD mentality, the pulling down mentality. And so they begin to work against you, sometimes overtly, sometimes covertly, behind your back. And it's important for you to understand that sometimes people like that need to be cut off, especially when you find that you are trying to work on them for them to change and they refuse to change. So Mike Tyson's quote comes from many years of dealing with the peaks and troughs of succeeding at the highest levels of human achievement, given the fact that he was once the world champion in boxing and regarded as, even today, as one of the baddest men on the planet. He's a man that has been there. He's been right at the top and has been at the lowest ebbs in his life, and he's come to reflect on what he went through and realize that this is the truth. All right, a person who tries to be friends with everybody is an enemy to himself. But I would argue, I'll take it a step further, he's not just an enemy to himself, but he's also an enemy to others around him who are depending on him to be authentic. So if you are a friend to a person who tries to be a friend to other people, that person is going to endanger you, and it will put you at risk of losing what it is you have and ending up worse off than you actually deserve to be. So you have to make up your mind that you're going to live a life in which you constantly be cutting out people that do not deserve to stay in your life. It's a spiritual truth. If you want to grow in your spirituality, you must be comfortable with doing this. What I find is that too many people are scared of taking this decision. I had somebody once say to me that some relative of mine, okay, the person said that relative said I did not have any friends, and I argued. I said, well, you see, if you choose to have 1,000 friends and I choose to have only 5, it doesn't mean that you are better off than me, because you see, you have to look at the quality of the friendships. The friends you have, what will they do for you? I always tell people that I can cross the border today. There are countries I will go to. I am a Nigerian by birth, okay, and by upbringing, and yet I can cross the borders to several countries, and I assure you, the minute I cross that border, I do not need to have 1 unit of currency in any country's currency. I do not need to have 1 unit of it in order to function in that society that I cross into. Why? Because I built relationships with those people to the point that if I turn up on their doorsteps and ask them to take me in and I need money to do stuff and to eat and to a place to stay, I would actually be able to enjoy that, the benefit of that. Those are the kinds of friendships I keep. So I do not need a large army of friends. What I need is a close-knit circle of reliable friends, the ones that I can count on when I'm down, the ones that I know are there for me no matter what the circumstances I find myself in. Okay, those are the kinds of friends I would like to keep. And what I'm saying is that when you choose to be a friend to everybody, it means you are going to be making exceptions for those people that do not deserve such treatment from you. People who are going to let you down, people that are going to stab you in the back, people that do that need to be cut out from your life, especially when they do not show that they're willing to change, especially when they do not show the willingness to own up to the fact that they did it. Such people are a danger to you and will prevent you from manifesting your full God-given potential. You deserve better than that. I'll leave you with this quote from Debited, which really helped me to capture what I needed to know to decide to live this lifestyle. Demand integrity from all associates. Would you go sailing in a leaky boat? Will you drive on a tire that will not hold air? Then steal yourself. In cold blood, dump unworthy others. But Dubin, steal yourself as in STEEL. I hope you check this and act on it. I wish you well.
And they're like, man, Terry, come here. You're like, you know me. Listen, you know who came up, man? I'm gonna tell you, man. Henry Winkler came up to me at the Golden Globe.
Fine.
I can't wait to work with you one day. Dude, come on, man.
That's awesome,
That's
dude.
fine.
Man,
Hey, man.
respect
Like
it.
I said, dude, you get weepy. You get like, no, these are people I watched as a kid, and I watched probably every episode of Happy Days 4 or 5 times in a row. 4 or 5 every day. You just sit there and you're like, my God, he knows me. Hey, man.
It's just crazy being at those, like we were talking about earlier, those award shows and all those celebrities and just having to pinch yourself.
It's unreal. But then you also see this thing that's tripping me out, especially now, is that you start to see that all these people ain't good people. You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
want to see you do good and shine.
Oh, dude. I mean, when I look at even with Cosby, I mean, I looked up to him, man, and I was like, damn it. I mean, I grew up on Fat Albert, grew up on Lil Bill, grew up on all this stuff, man. And I'm going, man, I watched the Cosby Show. That was my example of what a black father would look like, man. And I was like, come on, man. And then you start to realize, listen, man, I don't care about the image no more. I don't care. Now you got to be good people. Like, before it was good enough. It was good enough for me that you was a great person, the image of. But now I want to see that as a real person. You know what I mean? I don't want to see no fakeness. I don't want to see no fakeness. I'm not around fake people. I don't want to be fake. I'm not fake. Because I used to be 2 people. I used to be faking like, hey, I'm good. And then go home and be another person. And I realized, like somebody told me one time, they said, hey man, is it hard to keep up your image? I was like, man, you can't have an image, dude. You just got to be you. You just got to be you. Mike, one thing I love about you right now, you are you, dog. Like, you see, what you see is what you get. That's what I love. And when I look at, but you can see other things where you like, man, some dude he's gaming everybody. And I seen that. And you hear people, and when they really talking, it's like having somebody go, yeah, I love everyone. And then you hear them say, yeah, that nigga. You go, whoa, what was that?
Listen, if you're a friend of everybody, you're enemy to yourself.
Yes. So I'm glad we got real. I needed this. This is therapy.
It is.
You know what? First of all, this is all therapy. This is all real therapy. Talking through this stuff, sorting it out, asking questions. Hey man, people can get mad at me for any comment, but we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
If everybody stops talking about it because they're too scared to get a tweet, I don't care.
We're fucked, man.
We
gotta
done.
talk about it.
If we don't
dude.
ask questions, we finish.
Communicate, just fucking get it out there.
Why not?
Yeah.
And that's the only way we can start sorting stuff out, man. I appreciate. That's why I appreciate this, Mike.